Hey, what's going on, Carker Crew? Back at you with another short video here. Not gonna make it too long. Out here working on some toggles, making my own little wooden toggles so that I can outfit the Free Soldier. I'm gonna put some tie out lines with some bank line on here, attach these so that we can attach it to our I'm going to attach these wooden dowels that I'm turning into my own little toggle so I don't have to spend a fortune on those to outfit the Free Soldier, and so that it's easier for me to tie it out, make it a little quicker to deploy it. Also, I'm going to, in this video, show you guys how to use some washers for some taunt line little fasteners. So stay tuned. Should be a short, quick, informative little video today. So let's do it. So basically I took I think this was a 3/8 inch. Hold on. I have the piece over here. Yeah, a 3/8 inch by 48 inch piece of dowel rod, and I just cut it down into little pieces like this and drill a hole in the center so that you could attach it to some bank line or paracord or whatever. So I got my piece cut here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill and we're going to place it somewhat center, just lightly. Whoops, see, and then you get the runoff like that, and that one's not going to work, so that one's scrap. We'll use it somewhere else, but we got to cut another piece. And that's basically part of survival. Get in a hurry. I can do these a million times without this camera running. Camera gets to moving, and you see what happens. So hopefully I don't shake you guys and give you all shaking YouTube syndrome here. Nice and slow. You don't want to, I mean, these saws aren't made for dowel rods. They're made for thicker wood. And then when you get pieces like this, all I do is take my Mora here and I just kind of round them off, clean it up, make it look good. Always make sure you put your tools away. Try this again. This is a continuous shot, as you can see. So there we go. Now we're in. And then what I like to do, get all the rough stuff here. I'll run it through the other side, just to open that other side up a little bit more, like so. I'm gonna get you moved over from the little tripod to the big tripod and get you set up by the Free Soldier, and I'll show you how I attach them to the tarp. Stay tuned. Section, it don't have to be very long. You just want it to be about 4 fingers wide once you tie your knot. That's why you always have extra pockets. Carry all your stuff with. Oh, I do have a new Possibles pouch dump bag. Carry all my gear in, so I could throw it. Essentially, if I didn't have pockets, I could just throw it in there. And that just helps me out around camp as I'm working. I can, it's essentially a third hand, if you will. Chloe and Kira are at festival weighing in Magnum, getting his official weigh-in. Getting him all set up and ready to go. We don't show until like March, I think, at festival, but weigh-in was today, so that's where they're at. And I'm out here making a video with you guys, sweating, as you can see. So yeah, toggle on, And then as you can see, as we've done in previous videos, this here is a brain freak. Anyways, moving along. Put our toggle through here. Press it. That's what it is. Brain fart. Press it. Slides this way to slide tight. The nice thing about a press it, guys, is you can slide it this way, it gets loose. You slide it this way away from itself. So if this is, I don't have the other side connected yet. It is hot as Hades. Say that side was connected and I'm gonna pull on the press it and tighten it up. What I would essentially do is I would just pull it. Now this way, it's essentially never gonna give itself away. So that's locked that way. Let me get you turned over to the other side and we'll do that side and then we'll stake it out the rest of the way. So I guess essentially what we're gonna do today is the Core Force series finale. We'll do that in the backyard since we're working guy lines on our tarp and stuff. Show you guys how to set up a tarp. So let's go. Why not? So same thing over here. We're gonna get us a thing of bank line. Like I said, guys, it don't have to be very big. It just gotta hold that toggle in there, and then you want, like I said, you want it to be about 4 fingertips wide. That's usually ample enough to work with. It's shady in the backyard of the compound here, but Lord have mercy, is it humid out today. I will be glad when we get towards the end of September into fall. So with September being Preparedness Awareness Month, why not make videos, right? Get as many out as we can. So essentially what I want to do is I have a toggle right here because I had to put from that tree and then a cracker country mile wide down that way. I had to put that one, and typically I run 40-foot lengths of paracord. Yeah, so I run 2 40-foot lengths of black paracord, and then I run, I think it's 6 6-footers and 4 orange reflective paracord, which you'll see that in a little bit, as my guy lines for my stakes. So this way, if you're at camp, you hit it with a flashlight at night, it's reflective. You'll see all that. But essentially what I want to do is I'll come back down here and I'm going to loosen this press stick up here, because I'm going to start down here and I'm going to use this toggle. See, I've already locked into this side, so I'm going to undo this all the way here. Yeah, so what I was saying is I'm going to take this toggle and I'm going to lock it back up here behind this toggle, like so. Bring you in so you can see that. So all I did was, this toggle was the 2 that connected to my 2 paracords. I took my toggle that we just made, locked it there. We'll come down to this side down here. We'll take this toggle, we'll pull it tight, take the press stick, run it down here, run that, and then, like I said, pull it tight. And that creates a tight ridge line all the way across my tarp. So then I'll come back here so that we can see what we're doing here. Now I hope this picks up, guys. My microphones are garbage right now. Let's turn you all over here so we can see. And what I'm gonna do here is I've already got bank line attached. So essentially what I want to do is I want to run this way. I'm just going to stake it down into the ground for now, just to kind of, well, that gives me an idea of where I want it anyway. I'm going to set up the other pole. I'm going to go ahead and set up the other pole. And I'm going to get you guys positioned to where you can see everything, hopefully. And we'll kind of run through this pretty quickly so we can wrap up the Core 4 series. Real quick, guys, food and water, that's simple, guys. If you're out on the trail or you're out camping, take stuff that you're going to eat, for one. For two, you know, high calorie, high dense, high protein. That's what you're looking for, especially if you're out hiking, guys. You want those Cliff bars, Kind bars, things like that. Things that are high calorie, high in sugar, to keep you going out there on that trail. Kind of the same thing if you're camping. You know, if you're out hiking and you get stranded, that's what this gear is all about, guys. It's I'm hiking, I get stranded kind of thing. So let's move along real quick. Let me get it set up, and then I'll show you how I tie everything off. Stay tuned. So what I want to do is I want to take this one here. It's already previously tied. Find me a toggle and an aluminum stake here. Feed it off from the last time it was there. That's what she said. Stick it through here, loop it through there. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here, about a 45-degree angle. You might have to adjust these so that everything stays in place, but yeah. Come down to this one. It's kind of far away. Probably lose you in the camera shot, but we're going to stake this one out real quick. Remember, back at a 45-degree angle, down like that. All right, let me get you set up on the big camera, and we'll try that right there and see if that don't help. So you want to try to get your lines as tight as you can, guys. That's the goal behind this. This is just a fast setup so that I can show you how it looks. But if I was staking this out, if I was camping, I got neighbors mowing and I got cicadas going in the background. Essentially what would happen, guys, is if I was out camping in the woods and this was an actual survival situation, I would stake this out as tight as I could. But for demonstration purposes, I'm just willy-nilly throwing it up. Alright, so next thing you want to do is take this end, stick it over your pole. This could be, in the backyard I use these. They come from an old tent that I had. So in the backyard I'd use these, but in the, if I was out hiking or something like that, I'd use my trekking poles that I have. Get down a little lower, but this is just so that I can sit under it and enjoy my day. So hopefully that'll stay up there. We're going to do the other end, get that done, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with the washers and the guy lines that are going to come out for the stakes for the poles. Same thing. Take this side. Hopefully we got our pole where we want it. Now I'm going to take it out. One more minor adjustment to it. That gives it a little bit more slag in the middle. So essentially, guys, I mean, you just got to play with it and get it to tighten up where you want it. And like I said, this right here, this is just for demonstration purposes. Let me get you brought around this way so you can see the whole camp now that it's set up, and then I'll move in. So like I was saying, you know, if I was out in the woods, this would be a lot tighter, but in here for what I'm doing, it'll work. I think I'm gonna get on a live TikTok later, so if you're, well, you won't be this video won't be out by the time I go live on TikTok, but yeah, I'm gonna get my camp set up and then we'll come back. I'll bring you under there and we'll we'll go over some stuff that we talked about today in the video. I'll let you see what it looks like kind of set up. And like I said, this is just a rush, guys. If I was out in the wilderness and I was gonna actually stay under this for the night, obviously the porch wouldn't be like this anyways. I'd have it into an actual A-frame if I was sleeping in it. But this allows me to sit down, allows me to be able to see out, things like that. Allows me to get some air under here, but also allows me some shade if I was out in the sun or something like that. So stay tuned. We'll go over this and we'll wrap this up once we get the this little camp set up. I brought you along. Like I said, I'm gonna do a live TikTok. Guys, I am on TikTok too. So I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those social media sites we're on. You can catch all of our long form videos right here on YouTube. We post a lot of content. Start viewing our community post page here on YouTube. I didn't know anything about that, honestly, until I got to messing around with this. But go check that out. I post there daily as well. But guys, if you're liking what I'm doing here, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my video, subscribe to my channel, sorry. But let me get set up and we'll go over all of that in just a second, guys. Hold on. I almost forgot, guys, to anchor off my porch here, and that'll tighten it up significantly too, because I'll be able to pull tighter against each other. So let's and this is that orange reflective, hopefully it's showing up on camera, it's got the reflective lining in it, so at nighttime it can be seen and you don't hang yourself, you know what I mean. I'm going to turn this pole a little bit because the tip of it's bent. And I'm just going to tie off to the trailer here, and this is going to be my anchor point for this little gimmick here that I'm doing. Nothing fancy. Just going to tie it off. Push like so, and that'll be my anchor, and then I'll get you twisted around and I'll show you how I anchor that side out that way, and it'll pull everything tight. I was going to show you guys a trick with some washers, but I can't find any off the bat. And I want to get this set up so that we can get on to some other stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what we always do, and I'm going to grab a bite, and I'm going to create us a little line or a little loop like that. We're going to do the same thing we did in the back. Up here. This is just about where I need it. And then we'll pull this and stretch everything nice and tight, and we'll come in right about here and push it all together. So that tightens it up a lot. Still got a little bit of sag, but like I said, it's a quick little build, so we can do a TikTok video. But let me get you on the little handheld, and we'll walk around and we'll do actually, you know what, I'll grab this one. We'll do it with the big one. So yeah, so you got your orange reflective, sorry guys, orange reflective line there. Same thing there, orange reflective line there. And as you've seen, that one just pulled up. So let's go restake that one down. Live on camera, guys. Don't get no better than that, right? So I'm gonna bring it in a little bit more. Do it like that. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Just like that. I mean, it took me longer because I was talking to you guys on the camera, but if I was setting this up, it'd probably take me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. If I was moving, you know, 15-20 if I was just taking my time trying to source everything I needed. But if I had everything I already needed already in my bag, 5 or 10 minutes, I could have this shelter up and at it. Probably maybe even quicker if I was moving. But yeah, all I did, guys, was a little bit of bank line and some dowel rods, drilled a hole in them, and then tied them to the ends. This Free Soldier has tie outs all the way around, as you can see right here on the front of it. It's got those loops all the way around this tarp. I love this Free Soldier tarp. I found it on Amazon, guys. I'll put a link in the description. I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that, but it's a really good tarp. It's solid. You've seen it in several of my videos, and you'll see it in several more of my videos. But we're gonna wrap this up. Always remember, guys, let me pause you really quick. Actually, let me make this drink before I lose my powder here. And all I'm using is a big box store brand watermelon lemonade pouch dumped into my water. I like flavor in my water. I love drinking water, but I love flavor. And this gives me the best of both worlds. Shake that up real good. Long pause for you, short pause for me. No, long pause for me, short pause for you. Anyways, I wanted to grab my bag real quick, guys. This is my outdoor products hiking bag that I take with me. We'll do a video on that. I do have a video scheduled. I had a video that was supposed to drop last weekend, but the good man up above wanted me to talk about something else instead. Go check that video out, guys. That was last week's video. It's titled, not sure what it's, some kind of trail talk, but it has purple American beauty berries on the thumbnail. I'll put a link to it up in here so you see it. But go click on that video, watch that video. That was supposed to drop when I was supposed to do this video, but we'll have a complete breakdown of this. But this is my my food pouch that I carry with me in my hiking bag. But to wrap this Core 4 series up, guys, is, you know, it's good to have food with you. You know, I always carry some electrolyte powders, things like that, and actually I'm going to put one of those in there with that. But I carry some beef sticks. Right now I got some Mega Omega trail mix in there, thing of coffee, some different things like that. But you always want to carry some food with you when you're out on trail, or if you're out camping. Definitely out camping, you want different styles of food. But these dry bags make it nice. You just get all the air out of them, and they store up nicely. My food stays dry. So you want to make sure you have food. Make sure you have water. This is just, I'm outside, I can run inside and get me. But if I was out on the trail, I'd have either a half-gallon battle bottle with me or my 40-ounce bottle that goes in my hiking pack. Another thing that always comes with me is my Life Straw bottle. So this here is a just a silicone, I guess you would call it, style little vessel. Fill it up. It's got a fill level on there. Comes with a Life Straw. This hooks to a water bottle as well. Carry that in my pack. But we'll break this whole pack down in a separate video. But yeah, guys. So Core 4. What is Core 4? Well, Core 4 is shelter, food, water, fire. Those are your Core 4, guys. You always want to make sure that anything that you do, you want to make sure that you have those Core 4 covered. And there's other things to survival, and we'll get into all of that in these videos, guys. But remember, out here, guys, the wild don't care, but the prepared we survive. I'll see you guys on the next.